it is. Give me just a moment. While I make sure that we are in. Going to go ahead and get into the server here. Looks like the game has already started. Hopefully I'm going to be able to get into spectator mode here. There we are. Alright, yeah, looks like the game has already begun. We'll take a look here at the teams. Just a moment as I pull everything up that I need. Looks like we have the London Knights versus the UMass Amherst Minutemen. Leading scorers for both teams would be Juice, looks like with 9 points, 6 goals, and 3 assists. And for the Minutemen, you've got Doucette with 8 goals and 4 assists. Both putting up pretty good shooting percentages. Doucette at 63%, Juice at 60%. So as we get started here, 3 minutes left in this game. The puck will be put into the zone, and control just goes in front of the net. Now picked back up and pushed back into the UMass zone. That'll be controlled up front of the net, shot on net, but blocked. And now controlled and put up ice, cross center ice, and pushed away by Frosty. Now picked up by Kanye. Kanye will put it down the boards, and it's blocked as it moves back towards the UMass zone, now controlled by Renegade. Juice. Now put back and controlled by Whittaky. He loses control, and that'll be picked up by Renegade. Renegade carries it past the defender and puts it into the net. That's a great goal by Renegade. Good shot to the top left corner. Beats the goalie, Bourdreau. I apologize if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Bordeaux, I believe, is the correct pronunciation. Talking about the goalies here, we have Bordeaux for London, and for UMass, we have Sully. I'm not familiar with Bordeaux, but I do know Sully is a pretty solid goalie. If I'm not mistaken, he also is on the Los Angeles Kings in the LHL. Good block from him as he makes that save. Carried nobody in front of him, Whittaky, but it's blocked by Bordeaux and put down back the ice, and then put again into his zone, and that'll go behind the net. Controlled by Whittaky as he tries to keep it behind the net, and he'll succeed in keeping control of that. Puts it towards Spider. Spider dumps it back into the zone. That goes into the corner and controlled by Renegade. Renegade puts it behind the net as Kanye pushes that down ice into the UMass zone. That'll go behind the net, controlled. Maybe we're not live. Not sure if I'm live here. So give me a moment. Yep, we are. Apologies for that. Had to make sure that the stream was on. Puck is grabbed by Doucette, carried up ice. Couple defenders in front of him, but he's able to keep that on himself. Puts it saved by Bordeaux and dumped back down into the UMass zone. Sully will come out of net to control that. And he'll send that back down into the London zone. Puck will be picked up by Frosty. Frosty takes it behind the net and put back towards center ice. Spider also puts it towards center ice. And after a little bit of fighting, that'll be controlled and put down behind the London net. Put on goal. Just goes wide. Bordeaux is not able to get a piece of that puck. And that'll be controlled by Juice. Juice on a 2-on-1 here. Controls the puck and puts it behind him. That'll be picked up by Hawk. Hawk puts it on net, goes wide of the net and around. Picked up by Frosty and now controlled by UMass. dumped down into the London zone and controlled by Juice. Juice will put that towards center ice, and that'll be put back into their zone by Spider Geek. And that's the period. Apologies, I was casting the intermission. Second period has just started here. Puck is on the blue line, now put back down, goes across and into the London zone. Little bit of push and shove here, but the puck will go behind the net, controlled by Hawk, and put around to Juice. Juice with control will also put it forward, and now it'll go out. Sully will be able to make that save. Comes out of net to make that one, as the puck is played with and slides over center ice. Put into the zone, another save by Sully, and controlled by Juice. Juice in a one-on-one here, but it's broken up by Spider. Wittig takes the puck and puts it across. Not able to get the full puck on that, but his team will be able to recover it and put it back behind the London net. London dumps that puck back to center ice. And another block from Sully. Good move there from, it looked like, Billiam. Put across from Hawk to Frosty. Frosty will not be able to control that, and it'll be picked up by Renegade, but it's actually blocked by the London defenseman and controlled by Billiam. Billiam puts it back down across the ice, unable to get a piece of that there, but Sully will be able to dump it back into the London zone. Controlled by Renegade, and now Wittig by himself could not see if that went off the post or went wide of the net. But a good effort there from Bordeaux. Bordeaux? I'm just gonna go with Bordeaux. I know that's not right. That'll be put back into the UMass zone, controlled by Hawk. Hawk will be able to put it behind the net, though with a little bit of a fight from the UMass defenseman. Now controlled by Juice. Juice puts it to center ice. Frosty picks that up but loses control, and Renegade will take the puck across center ice with one man, Wittig, out front in the net. He'll pass it across, but he goes just behind him. It'll be picked up by Doucette, who takes a shot on the goal. Saved by Bordeaux. Now London on the offensive zone. Carries the puck. Nice deke there. And controlled. Shot on net blocked by Spider. But Wittig will be able to pick it back up. Loses control of the puck. And now controlled by Spider. Spider puts it back down. Batted down by Juice. And will be taken control of by UMass. UMass puts it back down behind the London net. And Frosty will carry it out. Passes to Billiam. Billiam doesn't see it. And Doucette will get a nice hit on Hawk as he prevents him from making that pass. Saved by Bordeaux there. Bordeaux. And it'll go down the ice. Sully will have to push that out of the net as well. Now controlled by Boost. Boost tries to take a shot. Would have gone wide, but it's blocked by, looked like Spider or Renegade. That goes off the tip and then off of the post. Nice save there by Sully. Controlled by Doucette. Doucette puts it down. It's going to be blocked by Juice. Juice controls it and puts it forward towards Hawk. Hawk will be able to get that and put it... No, it's actually blocked by Spider. Now goes back down into the London zone. Puck rolls around. Hawk looking to pick up control of it. UMass with a 1-0 lead. Another goal! And a great goal by Renegade. Puts it into the bottom right corner. Doucette unable to make that save. Excuse me, Bordeaux unable to make that save. And a great goal by Renegade as the puck is dumped back into the London zone. And Renegade will take control of it, loses it, unable to carry that. Hawk picks it up and will dump it back into the UMass zone. It's controlled by Billiam. Billiam with a little bit of space to work with. He'll put the puck in front. Save by Sully. And that goes high and is now controlled by Spider. Will be picked up by Renegade, but loses control. Hawk will now take it. Renegade able to get back out in front and get more control of that puck. Pushes it behind the London net. But it will now be picked up by Billiam, who's able to control it. Sends it around the boards for Hawk. Now to Juice. Juice carries the puck. Puts it across the blue line. Sully with a save. Controlled by Renegade. Renegade will put it forward. Whittaky tries to make a centering pass, is unable to, and that'll be the second period. What an offensive effort from UMass, making the passes as they needed to, but London with a strong finish to that period from Billiam and Hawk especially, as well as Juice, who were able to pass that puck around quite effectively. Sully playing absolutely wonderful, making key saves as he has not allowed a goal yet. Bordeaux also playing well, but unfortunately let a couple goals in earlier on. Puck is put into the London zone. Now tipped, but it goes behind the net. Controlled by Renegade. Renegade is able to wrap that around the boards. There's no one home. Spider's able to get to it and puts it in front of the net. Just goes wide of Whittaky as Frosty will control it and bring it behind the net. Now dumps it in front of the net, and that'll be picked up by Billiam, who actually has to make that block as Whittaky comes through. Billiam will control it around the boards and just puts it in front of the net. Nobody there to try and make a play off of that. Now picked back up by UMass. UMass just losing that puck. Couldn't see who that was, but it is poked and put back down onto the London net, able to be pushed away by Bordeaux. Puck is exchanging hands often as it's finally batted down and controlled by Doucette. Doucette with a good angle here. Great save by Bordeaux. And now put into the corner and batted down. Billiam pursuing Doucette. Doucette's able to control the puck behind the net, looking to make a pass. He's unable to, but it is recontrolled by Renegade. Renegade with nobody in front of him. A good centering pass, but not enough on it, as Spider is not able to get a shot off. But it'll be controlled by Doucette. Nice save there by Bordeaux, as it's controlled by Billiam and taken behind the net. London looking to make another offensive drive here. It'll be carried across center ice and put into the UMass zone, but batted away. Now controlled by Frosty behind the London goal. Put up front, caught by Juice. Juice will make a pass across the ice to Billiam. Billiam in a position to possibly make a play. Bats it, and it goes behind into the corner. Put up front, nobody home. Controlled by, can't quite see who that is. Renegade, it looks like. Renegade now carries the puck over the blue line, takes a shot off the post. Just missing making that goal. And a good effort to get that out of the crease by Bordeaux. 2 minutes left in the game. We're in the third period. This is now controlled and put back towards the London zone. London looking to put up 2 in 2 minutes. They're going to have to make a strong offensive force. Unknown if they'll try to pull the goalie. I don't know if that's something that is often done in the RSL. That'll be put to center ice and controlled. Now taken, 3-on-1 situation, controlled by Billiam. Billiam unable to keep that, but he's able to put it across the ice and against the board as it'll be picked up by Renegade. Renegade now dumps it, trying to kill time. Across center ice and controlled and pushed down by Spider. Dumped back behind and into the corner. Now Whittaky trying to make the wraparound. Looking for a man. Minute left here. Minute and 15 seconds. As he's unable to push that puck across. It'll cross back towards the UMass zone, but it'll be dumped into play by Spider and behind the London goal. Frosty puts it towards center ice. That'll be picked up by Spider. Spider dumps it in towards the net. Goes over. Now dumped down the boards. And put on net. Off the post. The net was wide open on the right side. Sully unable to get a piece of that. Didn't need to. Controlled by Spider. Spider puts it down, but it's blocked by Juice. Now controlled by Renegade. Renegade will take it back towards his zone and dumps it back down into the London zone. 20 seconds left on the clock. Looking like UMass will take this game. Now 15 seconds as it's dumped into the zone. 2-0 lead here. And London's just not able to get an offensive drive as it's dumped back and controlled by Whittaky, who loses it. And it's now taken to center ice. And UMass will win this game 2-0. And a great offensive performance from them. Strong defense on both sides. Unlucky on the part of Bordeaux, but the goals were pretty good. Couple missed saves, at least one missed save that could have been made, and a couple times that he was saved by his post. So as we wait for the next game, I don't know if it'll be here or if it'll be in a separate server. I'm under the impression it'll be here. Going to pull up the schedule, see who's playing next on the night tonight. And we'll be back for the next game.
You want to cast the last game, or you figure out how to do it?
I casted it.
Really?
Yeah, I was casting it. You should watch.
Streaming?
I'm about to do the next one. It's live right now.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna hop in and I'm gonna tell them cat.
Okay, but I live cast, right? Like I commentate that through the whole game. But we could talk about stuff, obviously. Looks like the next game we have coming up is. Let me just pull this up really quickly.
Hartford versus
Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Just pulling up the stats here, so we can talk about some stuff. For Hartford, at goal, let's talk about the goalies here. Giraffe Killer, who I'm under the impression is a really solid goalie here, and
he's been playing goalie since before time existed. Novastar, what are you doing in my channel?
I was wondering, it's not yours. How long have you been streaming?
Just a one
game,
15 minutes. I've been streaming.
So that last game right there?
Yep.
Okay.
Are you playing that or no?
No, I was just curious because I crashed out.
We casted your game too if you were playing. I don't know if you
Oh,
were.
that's actually better.
Okay. You should.
Wait, the full game?
This last one was better though.
The full game though?
No, only half of it. This game actually just started, so gonna be getting going here in just a second. You have your Hartford Wolfpack taking on the Minnesota Golden Gophers.
Hartford's been an absolutely dominant team. Absolutely dominant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, taking a look statistically for Hartford, you've got Jeetler, who is at 27 points. He's been phenomenal. 22 goals on the season, 5 assists with a 60% on his shot. So that's pretty solid from him. I believe he's leading the league in points as well as in goals. Just behind him on the team is Sir Gregors with 8 goals and 13 assists. That's pretty solid as well. 46% on his shots. If we take a look over at Minnesota, not looking as strong. Looks like Harderat is leading the team with 7 goals and 5 assists, and McLeod with 8 goals and 4 assists, both tied at 12 points. Puck will go across center ice and back towards the Hartford zone into the corner and controlled by Dose. Dose puts it around the boards.
Wait, there was a goal already? Who scored that?
I missed the goal as well. So looks like Minnesota has a lead here early in the game.
Which they're going to need to keep. I mean, Hartford's been just a statistically dominant team. 3 of the players as the top 3 scorers in the league. Draft killer, the statistically best goalie in the league right now.
Puck will be sent up the boards to Dose. Dose will put it back towards his own zone and gives McLeod a chance to put the puck in front of the net as he wraps it around back across.
Great shot.
To Kvis. And McLeod will control into the corner. And it'll be picked up by Jeetler. Jeetler will carry it up center ice. But he'll lose control as it's dumped back into the
That's some great defense there. You have one man challenge and another man comes in right after the deke. Because right after a deke, you do not have as much control as before. As the second deke, you always have less control. Your options are limited. So that's just some great defensive play. Hopefully, Minnesota can keep up the defense and take down these top dogs. If you know, take down the top dog of the RSL.
Puck will roll around to Byrne. Byrne will control it and put it across to Steve. Now controlled back by Byrne, but goes back towards the net, saved by Bear, and picked up by Byrne as he'll put it up the boards, but picked up by Dose and dumped back into the Minnesota zone. I'm not sure what the is Hartford in first place at the moment for the
They've
RSL?
lost 1 game total out of 10. So
the early lead definitely going to be helpful.
Especially with Minnesota. How many points Hartford scores a game. Wheeler is leading the next person by 6 points. Well, what's it? Hartford is missing Sir Gregors, who is the second biggest point scorer in the league.
And Hartford's averaging about 4.5 goals a game, which is outstanding. Now controlled in the corner by Burns, sends it around to McLeod. McLeod will be able... he actually loses it, and it's put back into the zone by Gade. Back up the boards. Passes both players, controlled by Dose. Or will be controlled by Dose, as he brings it behind his own net and sends it up the boards. Takes a bad bounce and goes all the way across center ice. Now back into the zone, but pushed away by Dose, controlled by Gade. Gade is unable to get his stick on the puck. He'll be picked back up by Dose as he carries it through 2 defensemen, but is unable.
I think he should have taken that shot.
Great shot there by my grandfather. And this game is tied now. 20 seconds left in the first period. It didn't even see where that puck headed. It looked like it went into the top left corner of the net.
It's a good turnaround. Grandfather, who has only 2 goals in the JSL, he's just a last-minute replacement. Making a big impact in this game to tie it up. And we're back to square 0. Square 1, is that the same?
We'll hit the intermission here, and as we wait to head into the next period,
they're gonna take out Grandfather.
They're pulling him even though he just scored.
Yeah, Louis Fiend is the better player, but Grandfather had a good shot there. He made a big play, but Louis Fiend's a better player.
That'll be sent around the boards and picked up by Andrew. Andrew will send it across the ice to Jeetler, who's unable to get the puck, and now picked up by Jeetler. He'll be hit by Byrne.
Great control by Byrne.
And he'll take a shot, saved by Giraffe, and a good save there on that low puck, as the puck will be sent up the boards, but picked back up by Quist. Now Lewis sends the puck back across and behind him on the boards. Controlled by Jeetler. Jeetler will bring it in front of the net, but it's actually blocked
by pressure from McLeod.
Now Dose sends the puck up the ice, blocked by Byrne. Byrne will control and bounce it off the boards, put in front of the net, no one home. So, again, with this team, it seems a bit of the opposite is true. They're getting the puck in front of the net on both sides. The defenses are both playing well. So I don't see any reason.
I don't like the dumps from these teams. Like, I feel like they can move the puck a lot better up the ice.
Well, that's what I was about to say, is that they're controlling the pucks in their own zone, so I'm not sure why they need to dump it out of their zone.
Like, see, right there, like, that does not gain any offensive possession for them. If you would have taken that, maybe wrapped it to the opposite side, or gone a different way with that puck, it would have been a lot better. Here, I can understand a dump after a shot, you know?
Bear will make that save, and it is a good call to dump that as to prevent a rebound to be fired. Now up front, just misses the puck. That was Steve. He was unable to get it. Lewis will be able to bounce that and send it down the boards and across. Controlled, unable to get the shot. He was not able to get his stick across, but he does put the puck back in front of the net. And off the post, shot goes in. Jeetler takes that goal, and that was an easy one for him. That was just unfortunate. That bounced off the post. Should have been a goal for Lewis, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, for Andrew. But yeah, Jeetler is able to wrap around and make that happen.
Andrew is actually a Latvian player. He's playing on high paying, and he still does consistently well in the leagues. Great player, does big things over in the Russian leagues, the IPHL.
Jeetler picks up the puck. He's got an open man to his left. He's trying to send it across, but puts it behind the net. Now picked up and lost. Sent back down the ice, controlled by Lewis. He has it bounced.
See, I don't like those dumps. They could do a lot better with those pucks.
Well,
behind the net, you're not scared.
It's enabling the defenseman to carry the puck back into their zone in this case. They're not clearing the puck all the way down the ice, as there is no icing to be called. There's no reason to not just, if you're going to dump it, send it high. But they're just putting it towards center ice, not towards their men, because they're playing defensively on their side of the ice.
My philosophy for dumping has always been, if you're going to dump it to the center ice, dump it not to their goalie. Like, you want to dump it to where you can get it to.
Mute somebody.
Yeah, it's killer.
Hope you enjoyed that. Oh,
okay, it's funny.
That's why we need a lock channel for this kind of thing. Normally I'd be muted. That'll be taken by Jeetler. Jeetler jukes out Quist, and it's 2-0. Shot and a goal. Another score from Jeetler. This time a fair one, as he puts that into the net across on the top left corner.
That's just bad defense, man. He was coming in way too hot. Jeetler just needed one good tap on the puck, and he had it. Steve should be able to do something with this. They're just not getting the touches they want on these pucks. And another dump.
Controlled by Bear, who has come out of the net to put it down the ice and also dumps that. And there is no control over that, as Bear, again, out of the net. 25 seconds left here. In the second period, it's put up front, just blocked. And I think that was Byrne, if I'm not mistaken, with a great block there. Saving Minnesota from letting up yet another goal. Steve out in front in a one-on-one. That puck, it just goes wide.
Steve.
But he makes that effort, puts it back up front.
7 seconds.
Smart play there from Giraffe to try and keep him from being able to reach that, though he doesn't get any piece of that puck. That'll be the end of the second, with Hartford with 3, Minnesota 1. And this has actually been a pretty good period, especially for Hartford, who have been able to put up, I believe, 2 goals in the period.
Be a good game, honestly. I feel like Minnesota just needs that final touch. They're so close to scoring goals. Like, Steve right there had a great opportunity to control and create a true goal scoring opportunity for himself, but just barely missed it right there. Shot could have been on target. just doesn't happen.
Puck's put out in front again. Here's Jeetlor. He's unable to get a stick on it, but he puts it up front. Looks like Andrew was not quite there yet. That'll be taken and sent across the ice. No one controls. Now McLeod. McLeod puts it across and picked up by Byrne. Byrne loses control. Taken by Andrew, but Andrew's not able to grab it. Quist will be out in front. Puts it back up the boards and taken by Steve. Steve will push it across and into the Hartford zone. But it'll be taken back by Hartford as Dose puts it around the boards, and it'll be picked up by Lewis, who will send it across up to Andrew. Now a chance here for Hartford. Jeetler unable to get the puck out from behind the net, but he puts it up the boards, and it'll be taken back by Minnesota. So again, we're seeing the same thing here. Nice shot there and saved by Giraffe. But we're seeing the same thing here where, again, they're getting the puck into the zone, and then it's just dumped out, and we don't see any more offense other than an occasional situation where the puck will be in front of the net, but there's nobody there to sink it. Let's put across to the corner. Are you still with me, Bill?
Oh, I'm here. I'm just a little under the influence right now.
I see. Well, I can carry
I may have pre-gamed the shit out of my RSL games, so
I see.
I'm just looking at the game on it.
Not a problem. I can handle it. Lewis takes a shot down ice, but it's controlled or blocked down by Byrne. And now
great touch by Jeetler.
Carried by Jeetler. He'll carry it in. Good effort there, but he does get the goal. Good effort to make that save from Bear, but he's unable to. Puck goes into the Hartford zone. Dose will be able to put it up the boards to Lewis. Goes just past his stick, and it'll go down into the corner in Minnesota's zone. Sent back across center ice, but stopped by Lewis. Lewis will get a chance. He puts it across, and a goal from Lewis from the blue line.
Bad selection. Dump it there.
Bear seems a little off at the moment. He was looking okay at the beginning of the game, even after letting in those 2 goals, or towards the second period. But now he's let in 3 in the third here. Puck sent around, and it'll be picked up by Andrew. Andrew sends it back into the zone. Tip, but it goes away from the net. Now dumped back towards the blue line, controlled by Steve, and put down towards the net. Giraffe with that save. And picked up by Quist, who sends it into the zone, wide of the net.
Those shots need to be on target. If you can take another touch, you can delay your shot. You just have to make sure you're putting it on target. I feel like it's a little too rushed. They've been playing with such a rush all game ever since they had that first goal scored on.
I believe that was a save by Giraffe there off the top of his stick. That was pretty crazy. Gade's out front, but Bear will come out to clear that puck out. And it's controlled and sent back down towards the net, pushed out of the way by Deuce.
Oh, and this is a 3-on-0.
And a 3-on-0 should be a goal here. Goes off. Andrew Gade with the goal. Dose now with
Bear
2
with
assists.
Bear should have saved that, honestly. He took a jump when he shouldn't have.
Taking a look at the statistics here. Jeetler putting up 3 goals. Andrew and Lewis with 1 and 2 assists from Dose. And a phenomenal offensive performance here from Hartford. As the puck will go towards center ice. 45 seconds left here in the game. And it's looking like Hartford's going to come out ahead. Not much time left here for Minnesota to mount a comeback. And if I'm not mistaken, if Hartford scores 1 more, the game ends regardless. So they need to put up 5 more goals in about 25 seconds. It's not looking possible. Jeetler's out ahead.
Jeetler is about to put up another one.
He may be ending this game early. But a good save there by Bear to keep this game from being quite a bit more embarrassing. He's made a good effort. Unfortunately, the offensive play from Hartford has been phenomenal. So
can't blame Bear here.
Not much you can do when your defensive zone is not able to get in front of the net and push the push the forwards out of the way. That'll be your score, 6-1. Hartford will come out ahead. Giraffe Killer with a phenomenal game, only letting up 1 goal, making some great saves. Bear doing his best, unable to make the saves that he needed, but his defense needed to step up as well. And frankly, the entire team let each other down. So great effort there from Hartford. Good job by them. They should be happy with that win.
Well,
Is that it for tonight?
yeah, that's it. Those are all the games for tonight. Tomorrow's Tuesday. You'll have LHL on Tuesdays.
Well, if that's it for tonight, my name is Cavi. I'm hopefully going to be casting some more, so if you enjoy me talking, appreciate you guys listening. I'll be back in the future. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.